across the Hudson from Midtown Manhattan at MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford, New Jersey. Tonight we finish off Week 4 with a good Monday night matchup, as it'll be the Seattle Seahawks taking on the New York Giants. Seems like we were just starting training camp, but here we are in October, and off we go on EA Sports. Darnay Holmes now from his end zone. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25. Now the NFC's leading rusher a season ago. Here's Saquon Barkley. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That play going for 16 yards to start the drive. First down. So much for staying ahead of the chains with a 3 or 4 yard gain on first down. They move the chains with a nice little run.
Yeah, they're making the chain gang hustle a little bit to try and keep up, aren't they? Because a lot of the first series of games are scripted, many times to probe and find some holes in the defense. Sometimes you attack with some big-time runs, too.
Unable to corral him, he fights through. And he's going to get his guys another first down. Back-to-back good runs to start the drive. This one 13 yards. Throwing Jones. A hit as he throws there, incomplete. The Giants are 1-2 through the first 3 weeks of the season. And they got off to the good start, but then 2 straight losses since.
And now you start to wonder about what this does for a team's morale, how it affects their psyche, because, let's face it, you work all summer pointing toward that opening game, you get the win, but then you don't carry it on from there. How will they bounce back from these losses and try and get right?
Another throw on second down, and this one incomplete as well. You talk about this Seahawk defense. They were very strong last week in the win over Carolina.
I don't know what the actual percentages are. I don't know the analytics on when you create 5 turnovers or takeaways in a game. But coaches have always told me, when you create a number that high, your chances of winning probably up over 98%.
Now Jones. He'll get this out to Barkley, complete. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks' 32-yard line. First down, Giants on a pickup of 14. Solid opening drive so far, Charles. They've moved this football into field goal range, but you know that they want to cap this off with 6 and not 3.
Absolutely. As one of the better coaches in the league always tells me, on offense, I want to throw body blows all game long and finish it with uppercuts. Well, here are the body blows right now. He's hoping in one uppercut will take care of the end of this drive.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
So it looks like they still have some fight in them on this series, because it seemed like things were headed for the red zone. But if this defense gets 2 more stops, they can keep them out of that area.
Second and 10. Jones with a handoff to Barkley. Stopped short of the 25, but that second effort got him a couple extra. Andrew Thomas, former first-rounder from Georgia, called for the penalty there. Temporarily out of field goal range now as they come up on a 2nd and long after the holding call. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Well, partner, guaranteed they approach this play with the idea of making up ground to make third down manageable. Unfortunately, with that incompletion, right back where they started on the last snap. Now they need a big third down play in order to pick up the yardage needed.
On third down, Barkley. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. 51 yards rushing for him now as he has gotten the night off to a hot start. So a solid run by Saquon Barkley and another 1st and 10 here. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. To throw on 2nd and 10. Jones. This is caught. Touchdown. Jalen Hyatt, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Giants put the Knights' first points on the board as they take the early lead. Gano the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. Fair catch going to be taken, and this will be moved out to the 25.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Now Smith and the Seahawks going to come up 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Now Geno. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. And that's caught inside the 35. It's a big play there for Seattle. 47 yards. So now then, the big play has them all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. They run with the 2nd-year man. It's Kenneth Walker. And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. Ken Walker hitting double digits with his 10th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Seahawks are able to strike back quickly with an opening touchdown of their own. Myers connects on the PAT, and we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. Holmes returning from his end zone. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30, up to the 33.
At their own 33-yard line.
Here we go. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And now last drive so successful with the ground game, ending in a touchdown. Do you stick with that formula?
That would be the #1 thing you would think of, but so many guys now would look at it and say, we've got them set up so well for play action. Now's the time to take a shot.
Yeah.
But, you know, there was a big-time coach in the state of Ohio who once said, if you throw the ball, if you put it in the air, 3 things can happen, and 2 of them are bad. He would have kissed it on the ground.
Well, now hang on here because Saquon Barkley is in some discomfort, so we're going to have a pause here for an injury. We'll get an update when we return to MetLife Stadium. They'll come out with a 4-receiver set. 3rd and 9. Back to throw. Jones. Flush to his right. Oh, what was he thinking there? It's easily intercepted. Picked off by Reek Woolen. And they will set up shop in enemy territory at the 42-yard line. Smith going to move him around. 13-8. Walker now on 1st and 10. And running with power here. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 45 yards rushing for him now in his first 2 carries of the ball game.
First down, Seattle.
On 1st down, it's Smith. And it's incomplete. Boy, he doesn't drop many like that one. 2nd down. And he's certainly not a guy that drops that football very often.
Indeed, because that's a bit of a surprise. I know he's in the middle of some traffic and people, bodies all around him, but he usually has the focus to haul that one in.
On second down, it's Walker. And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. Kenneth Walker with his second touchdown in this opening quarter. And the Seahawks have taken the lead. Extra point up and through by Myers. And that makes the score 14-7.
Jason Myers to kick off for Seattle.
And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. Holmes returning from his end zone. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there.
At their own 26-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And we'll see if they can bounce back from that last drive, in particular if they can bounce back at the quarterback position, Charles, after throwing their first interception of the ballgame.
Yeah, some guys, you know they're going to want to try and get a big play right away and take control back. Others, they're going to look to hit a couple shorter passes, get a little momentum back that way.
But for the defense, that goal's not changing a bit. They want another pick.
You're exactly right about that. In fact, you've got to watch them a little bit because in coverage, they may cut down their gaps a little bit, maybe their splits a little bit in order to try and get to the ball even faster.
And he's up across midfield and down into Seattle territory. It's a 6-yard pickup, but it gets them to 2nd and 4. Well, they're making an effort to get the ground game going tonight. So far, it's working.
I like what we're seeing from the offensive line. They seem to have the leverage going and they're controlling things and reestablishing the line of scrimmage, moving that defensive front backwards. But also like what the runner's giving us, too. It appears that he's been waiting all day long to get out here and take off.
And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
Well, they came into this game saying it was important that they set the tone and show that they can run the football. And I believe that they've done that here in the first quarter.
A first down carry for Barkley. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he can even get started. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Looking to throw. Jones. They'll set up the screen to Barkley. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. They go back to the ground now with Barkley. He is taken down at the 21 after a short gain of 2. Well, this defense for the Seahawks, they were very strong last week in the win over Carolina.
No matter what coverage was called, they were right in the hip pockets of the receivers all game long, step for step, running their routes with them. Turned out they were right there every time the ball was in the air, and they came away with 5 interceptions in that one.
Through one quarter, 14-7 our score. Ready to roll for the second quarter from MetLife Stadium. The Giants with the football as they've got it with a 3rd down coming up.
Half 18, half 18.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down.
Great.
From the gun on 3rd down, Jones. And incomplete here to bring up 4th down as the rookie couldn't haul it in. So Jones off, Graham Gano on here for the New York Giants field goal. From the right hash, it's a 35-yard attempt. Gano's kick is good. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well.
And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
And he'll elect not to run with it. And a fair catch on the kickoff will move the ball to the 25.
At their own 25-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Now, they entered play on a 2-game win streak, and then they've got the open date on their schedule next week. So this is a group that's really looking to hit the break on a high note.
And this will obviously be a tough game for them. But go ahead and play this out with me, partner. If they win here and make it 3 in a row, they get to heal up after that. You've got to think that's an ideal setup and a worthy goal to play for in this one.
Following the incomplete pass, here they go again. 2nd and 10 from the 25. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on 1st down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on 2nd.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in an expected passing situation.
Throwing on 3rd down, Smith. Flushed out right. And Smith able to move the chains before sliding down. Give him 10 that time, escaping the danger, running with it, and picking up a 1st down. Up the middle, here's Walker. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. Another good run there for a guy who, remember, on Wednesday was named NFC Offensive Player of the Week for what he did a week ago.
Yeah, and you know it takes some solid runs and some extra special ones in order to win that type of an award. I think he's locked in and wants to get it done a 2nd time.
Geno now to throw. He completes this to Walker. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. 6 yards to pick up, and that's a 1st down. And he is the NFC rating Offensive Player of the Week. You got to think, all the guys that take the field each and every week, that's not an easy award. Always has to feel good to grab it.
It has to feel great because it separates you, at least for a week, amongst your peers. And for him to separate again, he has that.
No chance to get away there for Smith as he goes down. Kayvon Thibodeau, he beat the O-line and recorded the sack.
There were moments where Thibodeau really flashed and looked like an absolute monster as a rookie. Finished 4th in the Rookie of the Year voting. And if he gets more consistent in year 2, look out. His numbers will be big time.
From the gun, it's Walker. Room here to run. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. 98 yards for him on the ground so far tonight as he has been terrific in this 1st half.
We both know it's difficult, but they've made it look effortless out there. Through the air, on the ground, they've moved the ball with relative ease.
So the drive takes them into Giants territory now. 1st and 10, down at the 33. They're going right back to Walker. And an excellent job of finding the opening as he's got this now all the way down to the 22. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays. Now Geno on 1st down. Smith and Jigba hauling it in on the out route. So they'll get 8 out of that completion, and it'll be 2nd and a couple.
What I love about watching the passing game nowadays is that the one-dimensional receiver is really starting to leave the game. You've got to be able to do it all. Of course, you got to run fast. Of course, you got to catch the ball. But route running savvy and toughness.
And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. Ken Walker on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Seahawks add 6 to their lead. Myers connects on the PAT, and that makes it a 21-10 game. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. Holmes returning from his end zone. And this return will net positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
Here we go.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They'll look to make some inroads here, trailing 21-10 as they come up on a 1st and 10. Now this pass into the hands of Saquon Barkley. Well, now hang on here because Saquon Barkley is in some discomfort, so we're going to have a pause here for an injury. We'll get an update when we return to MetLife Stadium. This 2nd and 4. Now the Georgia Southern man, it's Matt Breida. And he'll be taken down right around the 34 after a pickup of only a yard.
On gain of a yard. Brings up 3rd and
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. Now he's free at the 35. Touchdown, Giants! Rondale Robinson, his first touchdown on the year. And the Giants have got it back to within a score. Gano now to add the extra point. And he's got it to make this a 21-17 game. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. And he'll elect not to run with it. The fair catch will move this out to the 25-yard line. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. Right now, everything they touch turns to gold. This is their 4th possession. Touchdowns on their first 3 possessions. I mean, this defense, they can't seem to stop them. It's like they're on skates.
Great analogy, Brandon, because they are pushing them back and winning everything at the line of scrimmage. They've just been laying down tracks towards the opposite end zone. So to themselves, all they're saying is, if we don't make a mistake, there's no way they can stop us.
Finding Smith and Jigba downfield. It's a big play there for Seattle. 59 yards. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. Out of the gun, Walker with it. And a nice job to break free of one tackle, but it slowed his momentum somewhat, and he's taken down right after. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
I think we all suspected that they were going back to him after he found the end zone on his last carry, and they kept the positive momentum going there. Another nice run by him.
And he'll find his way down right around the 12. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half. They'll come up now 3rd and 3. 53. Smith now to throw. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up. On comes the Seahawk kicker here on 4th down. It's Jason Myers. From the right hash here. Should be an easy one. Myers' kick is good. And they will open their lead up to a touchdown at 24-17. Still a little bit of time left here in the second quarter, but they do get 3 before the half and expand that lead.
And they have to be happy about that. And we haven't met a team yet that doesn't put an emphasis on trying to get points on the board in the last 2 minutes of a half. They'll be real excited to have those up on the board.
The Giants take over 1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively. And nothing but green grass here, middle of the field. Inside the 20. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Matt Breida in the final seconds of the first half. And the Giants have a chance to tie the game here in the final seconds of the half. Extra point try good by Gano. And that is going to tie our game as we approach halftime. Maybe time for one play on offense. 7 seconds to go in the half as the kick is away. But no run back here. Fair catch, and this will come out to the 25. Likely time for one final snap as they start out 1st and 10. Now Smith. Now complete to Smith and Jigba. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout. And unless this is a quick incompletion, this is likely the last play here of this first half. The final shot here before break. Smith going right back to Smith and Jigba. Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down. 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon, getting set for quarter number 3 here. And ready to get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard. A tie game. I don't think anybody in this building, including you or I, was expecting that.
No, I would agree with that totally. I didn't expect to see it at all, but I kind of like where they were going with this. You know, as you said, tie game, trying to steal a possession, steal an advantage, and you told your defense at the half you were going to do it, which also told them that you had confidence in them in case it failed, as that one just did.
And now you've given good field position here to start the third quarter. Third quarter begins with a run by Walker. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Well, that was one of the few times they've been able to contain him thus far. He's over 100 yards for the game, but he lost a bit off his total on that carry. Sticking with Walker on 2nd down.
And a pretty good burst right there as he'll take this down to the 33. 137 yards for him on the ground now. He has been a tough man to bring down all night. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Now Smith. And he is going to lose yardage here. That one unable to develop, never got going. A loss of a couple, and it's 2nd down. It looked like the defense, they were ready for that one.
Really left him almost no room to work after catching the ball. He could throw every move in the book at him. They were there, and they tackle him for a loss.
Straight ahead, Walker. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
On a 2nd and long, it's really nice to see an offense that has enough confidence to run the football in that situation. I think that goes back to their practice and game planning. They've seen things that they've seen on tape and in previous games that led them to believe that even in a long-distance situation, they can still run the football and gain enough yardage to put themselves in a good spot on 3rd down.
So the completion good for 6 yards. And that's going to bring up a 4th down.
I thought they might take a shot down the field, but instead they ran a little drag route there. I think they were hoping he could catch it and run away from the defender. But a really good job keeping the play in front of them, and they force a 4th down.
They'll run for it. It's Walker. And he will have a 1st down at about the 21-yard line. They only got a couple, but a couple's all that they needed as they convert on 4th. So this offense able to convert on 4th, and now a fresh set of downs here, 1st and 10. And Walker once more. Dances by at the 20. Azeez Ojulari there on the tackle.
This has been an up-and-down, back-and-forth type of a game, hasn't it? Maybe this long drive take a little bit of the wind out of their sails, kind of settle things down a little bit.
Now 2nd and 5.
Hey, on turbo. No balls.
Throwing now is Geno. Left side, he finds Smith and Jigba. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of until they stop him, why not go back to it? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
And they'll run on 3rd down with Charbonnet. And he's able to pick up the first down before he's tackled right at the 10. Only 3 there on the pickup, but that's enough to move the chains. Up the middle they run. It's Walker. And a short pickup there down to about the 9. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Sticking with Walker on 2nd down. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. Chalk that up as a 4-yard loss. And now it's 3rd down. Throwing is Smith. End zone caught. Touchdown, Seattle. Noah Fant from 13 yards out. And the Seahawks have taken the lead. The extra point now coming from Myers. And they will take a 7-point lead now.
Makes the score Seahawks 31, Giants 24.
And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. Holmes returning from his end zone. And he returns this to the 22.
On the return, the Giants take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. Well, partner, you know, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
Triple right, Pacino. Triple right, Pacino.
From the 27, Jones. Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted. Picked off by Uchenna Nwosu. And they take over already 5 yards deep into the red zone at the 15-yard line. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. Hand off here to Walker. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. On 2nd down, here's Smith. Escaping the pressure right. And he'll slide down to avoid the contact. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Seahawks on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 10.
Hey, the clip.
They'll give it up to the big man Walker. And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. Kenneth Walker. A 15-yard touchdown run. And the Seahawks are closing in on a 3rd straight win as they widen the gap further here in the 4th quarter. Extra point up and through by Myers. And the lead now up to 14.
Giants 24.
And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. Holmes returning from his end zone. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down officially at the 21.
At their own 21-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you, and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete. Boy, the numbers throwing the football just not trending in the right direction. Last week he was under 50%. He's under 50% again here.
And we haven't gotten an announcement, but it appears to me that he might be a little dinged up and is just trying to play through. You know, he's one of those tough guys that wants to answer the bell each and every play for his team. That might be throwing off his accuracy.
And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. Nowhere to go downfield, but he's able to get out of bounds and stop the clock here with a first down.
It hasn't been the cleanest game for him, but there was a sign of improvement as he looks towards the next one. Nice bit of scrambling to move the sticks, and even more importantly, he didn't risk adding another interception to his ledger.
Jones in trouble here, and down he goes. And they're going to speed things up here.
The tackle made at his own 49.
South salad, south salad, south salad.
Throwing on second and long. Jones. Oh, he had a man running free, but he overshot him, and it's incomplete.
Oh, my goodness. He had his tight end running free down the middle. I think maybe if you don't try to go for the home run ball and just kind of get it to him, just put it on him, this play will work out. But he led him too much, and that's a tough incompletion to handle.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down.
Other side, other side.
Back to throw. Jones. And that will be incomplete.
Well, how about the coverage we just saw break out on third down? Dime defense, blanketed the field with extra defensive backs and speed, unable to find an open hole to complete that pass.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on fourth down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. Desperation time now. Here's Jones. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Giants go on fourth, but come up empty. And the Seahawks, they'll get the football back in outstanding field position. They'll run the toss to Walker. And for one of the first times all night, he is going to go nowhere as they bury him behind the line. It's a loss of 4 on the first down play. Finally, defensively, they have a little clip to show positive for actually stopping him running the football.
It's been a really long night for them, hasn't it? So they got a little bit of a win there, but let's face it, the vision that he's had running the football has carried his feet to the open spaces and to big yardage all night long.
Now a deep ball there on second down, but it'll wind up incomplete.
Many times when a play breaks down and the quarterback's moving around outside of the pocket, you're thinking just get rid of something short. But a lot of guys are coached, think deep, take the big shot, hoping someone can get lost behind the secondary. They weren't able to connect on that one.
So here's a 3rd and 14. Now it's Smith. Eluding the pressure right. And he can only manage to get this to the 45-yard line. Well short of the first. Give him 8 yards that time on the scramble, and now 4th down.
Nice call on defense, rolling out the nickel package for that big 3rd down play, and they did an excellent job locking down coverage and forcing him to try and run for it, and he doesn't get there, which brings up a big 4th down call.
A 62-yard attempt.
And the kick is good. He needed a little help there from the crossbar, but the carom goes his way. Well, I don't know if you ever go into a game expecting to attempt a kick of 62 yards. Charles, not only attempt it, but make it one of the longest kicks that we've ever seen.
Yeah, I'm not sure you ever go into a game expecting to kick one of this distance, but all the better kickers, they do dream of it, and they show what they can do in practice and convince their coaches to give them a chance. That one surely paid off.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And they unfortunately are staring at a mini losing streak developing, trailing here in the fourth quarter. This would be their third straight defeat. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. Sliding out of the pocket. Now throw on the run, but that's going to be incomplete. At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense, they're just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But they've blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of coverages.
And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks' 34-yard line. Now Jones. And that's going to be incomplete.
That's coverage you'd expect to see in a tie game late. Not in a lopsided game like this. They are not letting up.
2nd and 10.
Now a 2nd and 10. Throwing Jones. Buying time to his left. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. Nowhere to go downfield, but he's able to get out of bounds and stop the clock here with a 1st down.
Bama.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. He'll dump this down to Matt Breida. Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. And now they're in the hurry-up.
It's a pickup of 6.
On 2nd down, a run with Breida. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Looking to throw. Jones. And that one going to come up short. Low throw.
Okay, I'm not quite sure how to judge that one. Maybe didn't have enough legs underneath him. Mechanics might have been off. Maybe some fatigue. That one came up short.
Yeah, 4th quarter. Maybe you do start to watch as the arm there, the leg's still there. This has been a tough game. Another throw on 2nd down, and this one incomplete as well. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They've given him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
They'll look to throw on 3rd and goal. Check down to Breida. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. He did his best to just get 4 out of that, but not enough. And now 4th down. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. The field goal doesn't help. They're going to go for the 6 here on 4th and goal.
Timberland. Rita.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. That's caught. It's Waller. Touchdown, Giants. A 5-yard touchdown catch. And the Giants have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. And now before we get to the extra point, remember all touchdowns do have to be confirmed by the replay official. So they called it a touchdown originally, and this will stay a touchdown after the video review, so they had it right. Gano the extra point, and the lead is trimmed down to 10. 2 scores down, 3 timeouts left. Still a chance if they can somehow get this one back. But it looks like one of the DBs has it. They knew they needed a miracle. They had to have that onside kick. They didn't get it.
Well, as we knew, even before they put the toe to the leather on that one, their chances of getting that done, slim and none. And I do believe we saw Slim just leave the door, didn't we?
We did indeed. I think we're down to none. And whistles, and we're going to have another stoppage of play as they call the timeout on defense with 1:53 left.
I have zero rooting interest in either team in this game. I only want a good game. But with all the offense we've seen from them tonight, it's kind of nice to see the defense step up and make a big play.
Yeah, I was wondering if they were ever going to get him in the backfield. Nice to see him get a stop. And Smith able to move the chains before sliding down. Now the Giants will use the second of their 3 timeouts. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. Throwing now, Smith. No, bottled up, fumble. It's out, it's loose. And now this ball picked up by the offense. But here in the final 2 minutes of the game, this will be blown dead. Only the fumbler can advance the football. So this will go back to the spot of the fumble itself. Smith. Forced out to his left. And he wisely will throw that one away. The pressure really ratcheting up. They get the sack on first down. Then a near sack. They got to him there just as it was leaving his hand.
Yeah, they might need to change their pass protection scheme a little bit. Maybe bring another guy into the backfield to help protect the quarterback, because that was awfully close.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. On the give, it's Walker. And he'll take this to the 47, but no further, as they get him down well short of the line to gain. That'll be good for 6, but now it's 4th down. Now here's Michael Dixon. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. And here's Dixon to punt now as he gets this one away. Yeah, he was looking for the checkup bounce, didn't get it. That scoots all the way into the end zone now for a touchback.
Here we go, hey.
They'll come up 1st and 10 here. Now Jones. That'll be complete to Breida. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. Clock management definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
To throw is Jones. That is caught downfield. It's Waller. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. Jones. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And it's caught. He's got it for a late touchdown. But probably a little too late. It would take a miracle of epic proportions if they're going to pull this one off. Coming from where they were, they knew this was going to be tough, but they got the touchdown. Now they need the miracle, the onside kick and a little extra.
Yeah, and you have to get the onside kick and not have the ball bounce around a lot and eat up time. You want to be able to grab it, possess it, and get your offense out there for what you just termed a miracle last chance.
So now with little time remaining, they'll have this and maybe one more play. And this is going to be taken in by the Seahawks. And it would appear they're on their way to victory now. They had to go for it with no timeouts remaining, though now this one's as good as over.
They gave it an effort. They tried their best, did everything they could to try and get the ball on the onside kick. You're exactly right. They had to try it. It was their only option. And now this game is done. Just take it, kneel, and call it a day.
And he'll take this for a short gain on what will prove to be the final play of this ball game. So that time they get the tight end on the hold.
Normally he's a pretty good run blocker, but this time he just didn't get his arms extended and let go quickly enough. The flag came out as a result.
Charles, normally when you see a group score this many points, it's a complete blowout. But instead, they needed every single one of those in this close, high-scoring affair.
And, Brandon, I'm still on the edge of my seat after that one, because when you have that much scoring and it still comes down to a one-possession game at the end, That's not something we see very often. In this case, these offenses, they brought it. The defenses, they're going to need some work going forward.